The Texas House just gave Democrats a big raise. It's February 18th, 2025, and these are your headlines. In an unprecedented move, the Texas House Administration Committee unanimously approved this morning significant increases to legislative office budgets without a vote from the full House. Now, traditionally, such budgetary changes have been enacted through what's called a housekeeping resolution, which requires approval by members. However, last month, Speaker Dustin Burrows declared a floor vote unnecessary, allowing the committee to implement the changes independently. The approved adjustments include a $2,000 monthly increase to session office budgets, a $1,000 monthly increase to interim office budgets, the elimination of salary caps for staff, and an increase in the annual carryover of unused office funds to $30,000. Notably, the 30 Democrat vice chairs of committees will receive an additional $5,000 per month, amounting to an extra $3.6 million over the biennium. The vice chairs previously didn't receive any sort of stipend. The House Administration Committee comprises of the following members. It's chaired by Charlie Guerin, Vice Chair Cheryl Cole. The Republican members are Angie Chen Button, Drew Darby, Sam Harless, Ken King. And the Democrat members are Armando Martinez, Joe Moody, Ron Reynolds, and James Tallarico. The committee's approval, comprising both Republican and Democrat members, has drawn criticism from other legislators. State Representative J.M. Lozano expressed concern over the allocation of funds, especially in light of his position as the House Appropriations Committee. The USDA, under Secretary Brooke Rollins, is considering federal action to prevent Chinese entities from purchasing American farmland after the Texas House failed to pass a state-level ban last legislative session. In an interview with Breitbart News, Brooke Rollins confirmed that the Trump administration is actively looking at ways to address the issue at the federal level. She said one of the very, very top of the list, perhaps, is the Chinese purchase of our farmland. A lot of that land is around some of our military outposts. She added that we're in a really, really important conversation right now on how to push that back, and that they could be looking at a, quote, federal solution. The issue of Chinese ownership of U.S. farmland has sparked growing concerns over national security, particularly in places like Texas, right here, where large swaths of agricultural and rural land have been bought by Chinese companies and individuals. Senators in Texas passed a ban on these purchases in 2023, but the effort ultimately failed in the Texas House amid opposition from Democrat lawmakers and some Republicans. A ban on hostile foreign land ownership has been named a priority by Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick this session. And with Texas unable to act, federal intervention could reshape the debate entirely. Republican lawmakers, including Senator Tom Cotton and Representative Chip Roy, have been pushing for national legislation to address what they have called a serious national security risk.
Hey folks, Chris Salcedo here. I've got something special for you, the Salcedo Storm podcast. As your friendly, liberty-loving Latino, I bring you a mix of engaging discussions to help us fight for our state and our conservative values. It's the perfect way to stay informed and engaged in what's happening around you. So, what are you waiting for? Don't miss out on the storm of information and entertainment coming your way. The Salcedo Storm podcast, available wherever you get your podcasts.
Attorney General Ken Paxton, along with a coalition of 22 states and several industry groups, has initiated legal action against the state of New York over its Climate Change Superfund Act. Ken Paxton said that New York's law is nothing more than an unconstitutional shakedown of vital American energy industries that form the bedrock of our national economic independence. Now, this lawsuit challenges the constitutionality of this act, which seeks to impose significant financial burdens on energy producers for past greenhouse gas emissions. New York's Climate Change Superfund Act, signed into law last December, aims to collect approximately $75 billion over the next 25 years from oil and gas companies to fund climate change adaptation and infrastructure projects within the state. The act retroactively holds energy producers accountable for emissions dating back to 2000, regardless of whether the companies operate within New York. The lawsuit, spearheaded by West Virginia Attorney General John McCuskey, asserts that the act violates multiple provisions of the U.S. Constitution and federal law. For more of today's stories, go to TexasScorecard.com.